with Tina Nzuki
and Dunko.
Why is it so easy to incline towards fear? And I'm asking even myself.
Maybe our sinful nature, you think?
Is it our sinful nature? I don't know. Are we always afraid? Because yesterday I attended a church.
Come on now.
I decided to go to a church. Uko, Thika Road na uko.
Things Duncan does.
It was a vernacular church. I had decided, this is a pastor I've always watched on TV, on YouTube. I love watching him.
So you went to his church?
I looked for his church. I looked for directions. I looked for service times. I went there. Got there, I think, at least a few minutes late.
Yes.
But I sat down. Let me tell you, Tina, the service is from 10:30 to 2. Hey. And this is the same scripture they're talking about.
Really?
Because they're talking about, what is hindering you from pressing on? Because you're stepping into February.
Mindset.
There are people who will not move into February with a different mindset.
This is true.
They will carry on the same mindset that they've had and walk into February in fear. So some of these obstacles to faith, and he was talking about how so many people,
yes,
the great men in the Bible, how the littlest obstacle to their faith was someone like John the Baptist was unbelief. Unakumbuka akiwa kwa, he baptized Christ.
Yes.
He heard the voice from heaven. He saw the dove settle on top of Jesus.
Yep.
And he heard the voice from heaven. Yet when he was arrested, he sent his people. Go and ask that guy. Unajua ule jamaa mweupe tulibatiza ile siku. Siku gani?
Yes.
Ile siku unakumbuka ule mwenye ndutura iliteremuka tukasikia kisauti.
Yes.
Go and ask him if he truly yeye ni ule msee ama tuendelee kungojea.
This is true.
Some of these things have been a hindrance. And some of the greatest hindrance to your faith is people. People who you're carrying around with you. The people you worried about what people are going to say. But most importantly, there are people who their greatest hindrance to faith and pressing on is fear.
Fear,
Tina. Fear of everything. Fear of what will people say. The Bible says, why are you so afraid? Have you still no faith? Mark 4:40.
Come on, preach now.
This is one that I personally have gone through it. Not once, not twice. I'm still struggling. What will people say?
Yeah.
How will I? What will people think? Oh my, am I good enough? Am I? Is it really true that you're with me, God? Am I alone? And some others are lose self-sufficiency. You think you are self-sufficient. To some it's doubt, like John the Baptist.
Correct.
To some it's trusting the physical, what you see. Trusting your job so much.
Yes.
Trusting, on the carnal things of this life.
Yes.
And that is what is causing you not to press on to the mark of the high call.
Come on.
And so many things have happened in our lives. Some people, it just works in action even.
Yes.
The struggle of faith is hindered by your own limitations. Your limitations to fear, your limitations to trusting in the physical and the carnal, just so many things. And I was trying to look at myself and asking, Danko, what is your hindrance to pressing on? What is stopping you from moving to the next place? Could it be something, like you said, you prayed this morning, it could be something someone said. And in my mind, I have been plotting. I will show you.
Duncan is part of the
I will show you. Have you ever seen the...
Yes, I'll show you.
Yes. Matatu drivers, the revenge. They revenge instantly. So
Quickly, yes.
Like they are plotting. Nitamuonesha.
Yeah.
So matatu nakuja kando yako, umefungua dirisha, anaweka gia tu. Anaweka gia tu, nafanya chwa. Ile moshi ya black yote inaingia kwa gari yako.
Yes.
It could be something you're harboring in your heart. It could be bitterness. It could be something you've never let go. That is hindering you from pressing on to the mark of the high calling. From pressing on. From changing your mindset to what we prayed for this morning. I pray this morning that even as we do our audit, self-audit, we'll realize and figure out what are these things that are causing us to miss the point, to miss the mark, to always go round in circles, to always... They came back with reports.
Yes.
Some said, uko tunaweza ingia. Others said,
those guys, in their eyes were like grasshoppers.
And we choose to always believe. It's very easy. Current flows on the path with the least resistance. Current will always look the path with the least resistance. Whether it's water and anything that has very little resistance, it will flow. And so is sometimes our fear. It looks for the path that is very like, let me just be afraid. because that's the closest thing that, we are always quick to be afraid. And therefore, as you do your audit this morning, I pray that you will realize, because the first step to recovery is realizing these obstacles of faith in your life. Let them go.
Let them go.
Let them go.
Completely.
Completely.
Love it. Love it.
Change your mindset.
Change your mindset. Hope you're blessed with this devotion.
Join Tina and Zuki and Danko on Pearl in the Morning.
Weekdays from 5:30 a.m. to 10 a.m.